all of us have experiences in our lives of emotional events. We remember these events much, much better than the sort of bland, everyday events of our lives. Almost everybody has a favorite account of emotional memory that is indelibly imprinted in their brain. In my own case, as a young boy in the west of Ireland, recently acquired television in our house, a sudden announcement on the TV one day was that John F. Kennedy was assassinated.
Started off saying John F. Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock Central Standard Time.
I remember that as well as I remember something that happened yesterday. And lots of people will surely be able to recount similar type of experiences surrounding September the 11th or being in earthquakes or whatever. Interestingly enough, although I remember that with great detail, I remember very little else of that day other than the announcement on television and my own response after that, which really goes to illustrate the point that although emotional events are remembered much better than neutral events, the fact that you have an emotional experience means that you're less likely to remember other experiences surrounding that emotional experience.
L'étroit couplage entre l'émotion et la mémoire se retrouve-t-il chez d'autres espèces? Comme tous les mammifères, nous sommes prisonniers de la même histoire évolutive. Mémoriser les situations à risque, c'est une question de survie. Pour bien le comprendre, une expérience classique consiste à plonger un rat dans un bassin profond et aux parois lisses. C'est une situation de vie ou de mort. L'eau froide, dans laquelle il tente de survivre, accentue sa peur. Stressé, le rat recherche frénétiquement une échappatoire. Soudain, par hasard, il découvre la solution. Une plateforme, cachée sous la surface, lui permet de se réfugier au sec. Le cerveau du rat parviendra-t-il à retenir cette information? Le lendemain, si on replonge notre rat dans le même bassin, il retrouve très rapidement la plateforme. C'est donc que l'aventure traumatisante de la veille lui a laissé un souvenir. L'expérience montre que plus la peur est grande, mieux ce souvenir reste imprimé. Chez le rat comme chez l'homme, l'émotion détermine la force du souvenir. C'est l'hippocampe, un groupe de neurones ainsi appelé parce que sa forme effilée évoque celle de l'animal marin, qui engrange nos souvenirs. La plupart d'entre eux s'effacent peu à peu à mesure que les connexions qui les soutiennent se font et se défont. Seuls les épisodes les plus forts de notre vie restent gravés dans notre mémoire. Au cœur de notre cerveau, l'hippocampe occupe une position voisine de l'amygdale et on reçoit des projections nerveuses directes. Les épisodes les plus marquants de notre vie s'y inscrivent sous forme de changement de la force des synapses, ces points de connexion entre les neurones. Alors s'assemblent en un souvenir indélébile des neurones qui jusque-là n'étaient que faiblement joints. dépit de changements de détails, disparition de telle ou telle synapse, mort de quelques neurones, leur géométrie restera globalement stable pour toujours. Plus tard, la simple excitation d'une fraction du réseau suffira de proche en proche à reconstituer les fragments dispersés d'un souvenir et à restaurer la mémoire de l'ensemble. Nous nous souvenons.
We can recreate emotions very easily, and we do that all the time. You know, it is something that that we do. Emotions, of course, come very easily when we are confronted by a situation which has an actual external emotionally competent stimulus. But the same thing happens when we are thinking very quietly with, we can even have the eyes closed, and we may be thinking, for example, about person whom we very much wish to see, or a person that is a friend and that we have lost. And very rapidly, the emotions can be recreated. You can experience happiness or sadness, or you can think about something that happened to you a long time ago and that has just been suggested by, for example, reading a letter or looking at a photograph. And that will come back, and the emotion will be recreated. How intensely it will be recreated, of course, it depends on your context, and it depends very much on the kind of event. If the event is personal and very touching or extremely dramatic, it can be as intense an emotion as the one that you will have out in the real stimulus. This, of course, is something that we use very much in our experiments when we are assessing this same situation, and that, of course, people use in the theater and in film all the time. Actors can pull up from their memory, from their emotional memory, ways in which they can provoke an emotion and provoke a feeling, and on occasion that can help create a much more truthful representation from the standpoint of an audience. But so in the end, whether it's in the mind or out in reality, we have to look at this system as a very plastic, very flexible system. Emotion is a constant way of reacting and responding to the world of our thoughts, whether they are our quiet thoughts or our thoughts already in reaction to the outside world. But emotion and feeling are a sort of chorus that is constantly accompanying our cognitive process and giving it the emotional flavor.